handling and comparing quantities. Comparing quantities we have already finished, data handling we will finish, and your probability also. So we will try to finish it before your exams, right? Rashi, any update from your school, any chapter in math? So the name of the chapter is data handling. It is the other name of this chapter is statistics. If you are aware about that term, statistics. Do you know this term? Statistics is a science of handling data.
So it's basically the same.
Yep, but it is the actual name. Data handling is like amateur name, and statistics is a pro name. Yeah. So statistics is a science of handling data. Now, what is data? Data means information. You might be relating with this word data as mobile data or something like that. Yeah, but that is also a sort of data, which is information. But here, this information is something which you can organize, something which you have.
Something which is in IRL, it's in real life.
Oh, IRF. Okay, in real life. Yeah, in real life. But that data is also IRF in real life. What you watch, which site you log into, that's also data, na? How much time you spent, on what time you have spent, how much time you play game. That is also data, what music you listen to. So anyways, that's also another type of data, that is digital data. This is a kind of data which is gathered from some events or some situations which are happening around you, and this data is collected manually. ठीक है, नॉट डिजिटली बट मैन्युअली. तो ये जो डेटा है ना, ये बहुत काम का होता है, ये इंफॉर्मेशन बहुत काम की है. जैसे कि just for example, I'm just giving you an example. In your school, uh, the school is planning to provide you with sports shoes for all your class, all the students, sports shoes. ठीक है, and for ordering the sports shoes, they will require some data beforehand,
Like the size of
like the feet sizes, right? Because every student will have a different, unique feet size. So you cannot have like, okay, क्लास सेवेंथ के स्टूडेंट्स है, क्लास एट्थ के स्टूडेंट्स है, उनको ये पर्टिकुलर शू साइज फिट हो जाएगा, ऐसा नहीं होता है. Some students have large feet, some have small feet. So you have to roll number wise ask the student to give their feet size and order accordingly.
then you can tell each chart on how many students have 7 or 5.
Exactly. So what you're doing by telechart or by organizing the data in a tabular form, you are making the data more understandable. बिकॉज जब तुम्हारी टीचर तुम्हारे साइजेस लेगी रोल नंबर वाइज, तो दे कैन लुक लाइक दिस, दे मे लुक लाइक दिस. सी 7 4 5 7 6 5 6 4 7 7 8 9 7. तुम्हें दिख रहा है क्या है? These are the sizes. But is anything like readable or understandable from this information? So this is a raw data. इसको हम लोग बोलते हैं raw data, raw.
So when you read this now, it always like brings me memories of mean mode and median.
Yeah.
Addition in my motivated mean mode and median.
Where have you learned mean mode median?
6.
Ah, I never taught sixth, guys, so I don't know. I thought that you're learning addition, subtraction, multiplication, and directly coming to class eighth and with no knowledge of these things. But you have some knowledge. Good, very nice. So, चलो देखते हैं कितने स्टूडेंट हैं यहाँ पे. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13. सपोज 13 स्टूडेंट्स हैं और उनकी ये शू साइजेस है. ठीक है, इनको मैंने रॉ डेटा मतलब रोल नंबर वाइज मैंने ये लिख दिया. अब जब मैं ऑर्डर करूंगा तो ये डेटा नहीं दे सकता मैं शॉप को,
7 7 5
ठीक है। एक 7 देना, 7 नंबर, एक 4 नंबर, एक 5 और एक 7 नंबर और एक 6 नंबर और एक 5 नंबर भी देना भैया, और एक 6 नंबर, अच्छा 4 नंबर वाला भी है अपने पास एक। तो वो कंफ्यूज हो जाएगा, वो बोलेगा यार एक साथ बताओ ना यार, ये क्या मतलब, वाई यू आर टॉर्चरिंग मी लाइक दिस। So they basically are asking for arranged, organized data. So there is one way of arranging this raw data, that is in the form of arrayed data. Arrayed data. What is arrayed data? Arrayed data is when you arrange the raw data in ascending or descending order. Ascending मतलब छोटे से बड़ा, ठीक है। डिसेंडिंग मतलब बड़े से छोटा, छोटे से बड़ा हम लोग अरेंज करते हैं सब। फिर से बता दो मेरे को, एक 4 है, 4 कितनी बार है, 2 बार, एंड देन 5, 1 2, 2 बार 5 है, ठीक है। देन 6, 1 2 6 6, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5 and 8 and 9 one time. अरेंज डेटा इज अरेंज्ड, तो मुझे पता चल गया कि रीडेबल कैसे हो गया ये डेटा, इजी हो गया अरेड डेटा बनाने से। इसको मैं और एक चीज कर सकता हूँ, आई कैन अरेंज इट इन अ टेबल। सो यहाँ पे मैं लिखूंगा शू साइजेस और यहाँ पे मैं लिखूंगा नंबर ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स, ठीक है। ये जो शू साइजेस है ना, इसको हम लोग बोलते हैं ऑब्जर्वेशंस, और ये नंबर ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स को हम लोग बोलते हैं फ्रीक्वेंसी। फ्रीक्वेंसी मीन्स हाउ मेनी टाइम्स एन ऑब्जर्वेशन रिपीट्स इटसेल्फ। एक साइज के कितने जूते चाहिए दूर, नहीं मैं खोल देता हूँ, आ गई ना, एक मिनट जस्ट मोमेंट, आई एम कमिंग। ओके, सो शू साइजेस, तो मेरे पास शू साइजेस है 4 5 6 7 8 एंड 9। 4 साइजेस के 2 स्टूडेंट्स के शूज चाहिए मुझे, 5 के 2, 6 के 2, 7 के 5, 8 का 1 और 9 का 1। So this is much more evolved and easier way of expressing, or you can say um, understanding the information or the data which is available to me. ठीक है, this is much more better way, the tabular way. So raw data can be arranged in the form of arrayed data, or it can be further arranged, simplified in the form of tabulated data or tabular data, where the information becomes more readable, understandable and useful. That is what data handling is all about. Understanding the information, reading it easily, and any kind of information, if you organize it, how it becomes more and more useful, and you can get some idea out of it. So this is the whole idea behind the chapter. We are going to explore more things, but पहले सिर्फ इतना नोट कर लो तुम लोग. So in this question, in this example, there's one thing which I want to point out. Can you tell me the smallest shoe size and the biggest? So there is one thing which you should know, that is range of data.
Yes, 9 minus 4
Yeah, range of data is the largest observation minus the smallest observation, that is 9 minus 4, which is 5. So if you see, the range of data is fairly small, बहुत छोटी range है data की. So when you have to arrange this type of data where the range is very small, it is very easy to arrange them in a tabular form, in the form of ungrouped data. There is no group in the data. Now you'll be wondering, what do you mean by group? Grouping data, is it even possible? So yeah, here if you see 4 5 6 7 8 9, all the observations, all the shoe sizes occur independently, single, alone. There are no groups के 4 to 6 shoe sizes. जरूरत ही नहीं है, इतने कम डेटा के लिए ग्रुप बनाने की कोई जरूरत नहीं. So when the range of data is fairly small, there are no groups. This is ungrouped data. So remember, this is ungrouped
Sir, but we can
frequency.
group this, no? Like 4 to 6.
There is no need. That's the thing. You should know where is the need of grouping or no need. You can group anything, but is there any need of grouping? That is the question. Ungrouped frequency distribution
Sir, but I
table.
think,
Yes.
especially for shoes, not really any data,
Yeah.
you can't group them. Because if I write 4 to 6 sizes में 6 जूते चाहिए, you can bring any 3 of it.
नहीं, नॉट एनी थ्री यू सो उसमें क्या होगा कि 4 to 6 में मुझे इतने जूते चाहिए, सही है, लेकिन प्रॉब्लम ये होगा कि 4 to 6 में जो इंफॉर्मेशन क्लियर नहीं जा रही है, वो यूज क्या है उस इंफॉर्मेशन का? देर इज नो यूज फॉर सर्टन लाइक ग्रुप ऑफ साइजेस ऑफ शूज. इंडिविजुअल साइजेस का यूज है. यूज क्या है? दैट इंडिविजुअल साइजेस के नंबर ऑफ शू पेयर्स आई हैव टू नो डिस्टिंक्टली एंड क्लियरली. सो यहाँ पे ग्रुप कर सकते हो बट इट हैज नो फंक्शन. सो यहाँ पे अनग्रुप्ड फ्रीक्वेंसी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ही अनग्रुप्ड फ्रीक्वेंसी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन टेबल तुम्हें काम आएगा. Why? Because the range of data is small. So always remember, when the range of data is a small number, what kind of frequency distribution table you make? Ungrouped. Do you understand the word frequency distribution table? टेबल तो तुम्हें पता है, ये टेबुलर फॉर्म है. फ्रीक्वेंसी मतलब द नंबर ऑफ ऑब्जर्वेशंस विच आर रिपीटिंग. मतलब कितने शूज चाहिए तुम्हें, उसकी फ्रीक्वेंसी क्या है कि 4 नंबर का ही शूज चाहिए या 7 नंबर का चाहिए. सो 7 नंबर कितनी बार रिपीट हो रहा है यहाँ पे? 5 times. So the frequency of 7 is 5. That means I need 5 pair of shoes whose size is 7. ठीक है. So ungrouped frequency distribution table. There is a distribution. This is a chart which distributes all the sizes and the number of pairs required. So that's the whole idea behind a raw data having small range. But I'm now going to give you a raw data having a large range, and then we are going to talk more about it. So let's say we are taking an example of marks scored by 15 students in a class test of 50 marks. एक क्लास टेस्ट हुई है 50 मार्क्स की, उसमें 15 स्टूडेंट्स ने क्या मार्क्स स्कोर किए, उसका मेरे पास एक रॉ डेटा है. ठीक है. सी द डेटा लुक्स लाइक दिस. प्लीज नोट इट डाउन विथ मी.
ज्यादा हो गया 15.
ओह ओके, कितने हो गए? 1 2 3 4 5. ओके, डन डन. चलो 20 स्टूडेंट्स कर लेते हैं. ये ज़्यादा इजी होगा मेरे लिए. या ऑफलाइन होगी ना टेस्ट इसकी. व्हाट अ जोक मैन.
सर एक और देना पड़ेगा.
इट्स रियलिटी. And 36. Okay. Oh. So do you see the raw data? Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't look good. है ना? It looks very confusing as well. And we have this data. ऐसा data तो तुम्हारे स्कूल में क्लास में रेगुलरली बनता होगा roll number wise, but is this data understandable or useful in any way? We have to make it
No,
more
sir.
easier so that the teacher can present the data to the parents or the principal or the students and make them understand देखो ये ट्रेंड है तुम्हारे क्लास का, देखो इतना घटिया कर रहे हो तुम, पढ़ाई नहीं करते हो, 4 मार्क्स आए, कौन है ये बच्चा? So anyways, let's make this data more useful. So Sanvi, what is the first thing we can do to make this data more easier to understand?
So we can write in a tabular. No, sir, we can make it in ascending order.
What is the name of that?
Arrayed.
Arrayed data. So this is raw data. This is raw data. I will convert it into arrayed data. ठीक है? I will convert it into arrayed data. सबसे पहले, अच्छा, तो you want to do descending order? ठीक है, सबसे पहले सबसे छोटा नंबर 4.
7.
ओके, 4 यहाँ से कट कर दूंगा. उसके बाद
4, 7, 8,
7 है. उसके बाद 8 है. उसके बाद 13. श्योर?
Yes, sir. 13, 14, and 15 and 16.
14 भी है, 15 भी है. एक मिनट, 14, 15 गया. अब कौन है नया? 18 है. ओके, 18. और कौन है नेक्स्ट? 22 है. 22 के बाद 24 है. 27 है. 32 है. 36 दो बार है. Yes, 36. And then 38. And then 42 and then 43.
38 2 times.
38 भी 2 times है. Oh yes, yes, गलती हो जाती. So 38 2 times and then
42,
42, 43, 45, 49. सही है?
Yes, sir.
45 कहाँ है दो? अरे हाँ, 45 दो बार है और एक गलती हो जाती. So 45 दो बार है and then we have last 49. एक बार काउंट कर लेते हैं. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11
हाँ सर, सही है.
12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20. सारे नंबर्स आ चुके हैं. तो दिस इज द फर्स्ट थिंग आई कैन डू. नाउ सी द रेंज ऑफ डेटा. कैन एनीवन टेल मी द रेंज ऑफ डेटा ओवर हियर? ठीक है. So the range of data over here is the largest number 49 minus smallest, which is 45, which is fairly large. It's a big range. So जब range बड़ी होती है, typically range जब 10 से ज़्यादा होती है, range is the smallest, the largest observation minus the smallest observation. That is how far the observation has the value of observation is spread. If the spread is very large, that means the range is very large. That means the need of grouping is there. This is not a very large spread of range, but it is fairly large. So we can do grouping. Grouping will help us.
Sir, what if the numbers are like 78 and 80?
Yeah, so no problem.
Sir,
Whatever
what
the
if
numbers.
the numbers are 2 and 78, the range will come as 76.
Yeah.
But we don't need to do grouping.
But because there are only 2 observations. Here the observations are also 20.
But the word says that you have to work according to the frequency.
That means?
The table which doesn't need the grouping, we call it.
Yeah. It is called ungrouped frequency distribution.
It depends on frequency.
It depends on number of observation and range. Total number of observation and range. Both should be fairly large. to make it more, to take it to other level, that is arrayed data to the tabular data. Now we are in the position to make this data more easier to understand by putting it in a table. So how we are going to put it in a table, since we know that the range is large and we have enough number of students to put it in a table, so we are going to make a table which is known as grouped frequency distribution table. ठीक है, and this is going to be with tally marks. This is going to be with tally marks. Grouped frequency distribution table with tally marks. ठीक है, so देखो इसको कैसे करना है. सबसे पहले what you have to do is you have to write class intervals, and the class intervals which I have written are nothing but your groups. Then you have to write tally marks in the second column, and in the third column you will write frequency. हाँ पूरा ठीक है, ठीक है, ठीक है. तो कोई रहेगा क्या घर पे तेरे? लेकिन प्रेरणा मैम, हाँ वो आ गई. हाँ तो उनका आई थिंक 6:30 तक चलेगा, 6:37 के बीच में. हाँ चलेगा. तू तेरी चाबी देके जा रही है? ठीक है, तो मैम को समझा दे लॉक कैसे करना क्या है. जैसे उनका हो जाता है फिर ओम आके ले लेगा, है ना? ओम तो है ही ना इधर, फिर ओम से हम लोग बाद में ले लेंगे. ठीक है, ठीक है. तो तू कभी आने वाली है अभी? ओके, class intervals. Now see how I am grouping. That's very important to know. So there is no specific rule for the grouping. ऐसा नहीं है कि मतलब यही ग्रुप होना चाहिए या ये नहीं होना चाहिए. The range is of 45 marks. Minimum marks are 4 and maximum are 49, and the test is of 50 marks. ठीक है, so I can make a group which looks like this: 0 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, 31 to 40, and 41 to 50. समझ में आया? These are the groups. ठीक है, अब देखो हम कैसे इसको टैली मार्क से अंदर डालने वाले हैं. Now I am going to single out the numbers which lie in the first group, first class interval, 0 to 10. So 4, 7 and 8, they lie in the first group. So the tally marks will be 1, 2, 3 and the frequency will be 3. 11 to 20 में 13, 14, 15, 18, 4 नंबर है 11 to 20 में. So I am going to put 1, 2, 3, 4 tally marks, and here the number will be 4. 21 to 30, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3. Do you know how to fill the tally marks table? Very easy. 31 to 40 में 1, 2, 3, 6, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 will be like this. To cut it. उल्टा काटा मैंने.
So in the sense from that side.
Yeah, I know. I always do that. Sorry. अभी ठीक है. 5. 41 to 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So अब ये इंफॉर्मेशन जब स्कूल के प्रिंसिपल के पास जाएगी तो टीचर बोल सकती है कि देखो आपके क्लास में 5 टॉपर हैं, ठीक है, और 3 ऐसे बच्चे हैं जो पढ़ाई नहीं कर रहे, ठीक है, और चार बच्चे ऐसे हैं जो थोड़ा सा वीक है, लेकिन दे रिक्वायर सम help, and 3 plus 5 8 students are like average, above average, yeah, decent category man. So see, the information has become much more relevant and understandable. But note the class intervals here. You see the class intervals, इसके बारे में मैं थोड़ी बात करना चाहूँगा. You see this class interval, इसमें ये जो 0 दिख रहा है तुम्हें, 0, that is the lower limit, उसका नाम है lower limit. This 0 is known as lower limit, and this 10 is known as upper limit.
So in every grouping is there.
Every class interval, any class interval, the first number is the lower limit, the second number is the upper limit. But just note what is the lower limit of the next class, 11, and what is the upper limit of the previous class. Are they same? If they are not matching, they are not same, then this kind of class intervals, this method by which we have made the class intervals, is known as discontinuous or inclusive type of class intervals. Please note it down. Discontinuous or inclusive type of class intervals, where the upper limit of one class is not equal to the lower limit of the preceding class. मैं यहाँ पे लिखता हूँ upper limit of a class is not equal to lower limit of preceding नहीं, succeeding. You know meaning of preceding and succeeding? Preceding मतलब पहले वाला, succeeding means बाद वाला. So lower limit of succeeding class. ठीक है, so when the upper limit of a class is not equal to the lower limit of succeeding class, the class intervals are known as discontinuous or inclusive type of class intervals. And generally we avoid them. We don't make class intervals like them. We avoid them because
Confusing. If something is on 10, what will you write? Like if we take 0 to 10 and then 10 to 20.
that is confusing for you. I will clear your confusion. If see, there are two things. First, understand this. This kind of class interval is not confusing because here the numbers are fixed. 0 to 10 ऊपर ही आएगा, 11 to 20 नीचे आएगा, 21 to 30 उसके नीचे आएगा. There is no confusion. But the problem comes in expressing these these numbers on graph. जब तुम इसको ग्राफ पे डालोगे ना, जब इसका तुम हिस्टोग्राम बनाओगे, तब प्रॉब्लम आएगा तुमको. हिस्टोग्राम का आइडिया है तुम्हें क्या होता है हिस्टोग्राम? बार ग्राफ सुना है? बार ग्राफ, बार ग्राफ का चचेरा भाई होता है हिस्टोग्राम, उसका कजिन होता है. बार्स आर जॉइंट, एग्जैक्टली. बार ग्राफ में गैप्स होते हैं, हिस्टोग्राम में गैप नहीं होते. अब यहाँ तो गैप आ गया क्योंकि 0 to 10, उसके बाद 11 to 20, तो देयर इज अ गैप इन बिटवीन, और गैप आना नहीं चाहिए. तो मतलब ये डिसकंटिन्यूअस या फिर इंक्लूसिव टाइप ऑफ क्लास इंटरवल इज नॉट suitable for drawing bar graph. And even if you will learn in higher classes, class 9, 10, that there are some techniques, some you can say some topics which are known as measures of central tendency. जैसे तुमने बोला था मीन, तो मीन ऑफ ग्रुप डेटा जब तुम ढूंढते हो तो डिसकंटिन्यूअस या इंक्लूसिव टाइप से नहीं ढूंढ सकते. So you have to convert the discontinuous type of class interval into continuous time. Conversion तुम्हें 8th class में नहीं है. In class 8 we have to just form continuous time. ठीक है, we have to just form continuous type of class intervals, but I form discontinuous just to let you know that this is not advisable, this is not required. ठीक है, so I'm just going to shift this somewhere else. ठीक है, make some space, and here I'm going to make a class interval which is continuous time. ठीक है, मैं यहाँ पे हेडिंग दे देता हूँ continuous type grouped frequency
सर
distribution. Yes.
सर मैंने डिसकंटिन्यूस वाला लिख दिया, उसको कट करना है क्या?
नहीं 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 नहीं, उसके नीचे लिखना है तुमको, तुम्हें उसके नीचे लिखना है कंटिन्यूस टाइप ग्रुप फ्रीक्वेंसी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन टेबल. ठीक है, नाउ हियर ऑल्सो द फर्स्ट कॉलम विल बी ऑफ क्लास इंटरवल्स. The second column will be of tally marks, and the third column will be of frequency. Class intervals, tally marks, frequency. Now see the class intervals how I'm making. This is really important, and you should know that these are continuous types. So first class interval will be from 0 to 10, then it will be 10 to 20, then it will be 20 to 30, 30 to 40, and 40 to 50.
So I have a question.
Yes.
In this, like the numbers of the raw data given, we luckily don't have anything like 10 or 20. We did have them which.
Yeah, yes, you are right. That we didn't have anything like 10 or 20. So let me just make some manipulation in my data, and let me write 10 over here.
Teachers be like, for fun, I'm just reduce 3 marks out of.
Yeah, teacher gave some marks extra to one student, which are already घर से मार खा के आया कि 13 मार्क्स आए 50 में से, गधे. और टीचर ने दूसरे दिन पता चला और 3 मार्क कम कर दिए. वो भी 3 मार्क कॉपी करके लिखा था उसने, ऑनलाइन टेस्ट.
पर आपने अभी बोला ऑफलाइन टेस्ट के लिए किसी का
नहीं, उसने ऑनलाइन दिया था, फिर रीटेस्ट हुआ, उसको 10 मार्क आए. ठीक है. So anyways listen, अब क्या करेंगे इसमें, what can be done. 10 कौन से ग्रुप में आएगा, बिकॉज 10 यहाँ पे भी अपीयर करता है, यहाँ पे. यस अनवी, you are right. So the rule is that the upper limits are never included in the particular class interval. अपर लिमिट को हमेशा नेक्स्ट क्लास इंटरवल में लेना. अपर लिमिट मतलब 0 to 10 की अपर लिमिट क्या है, 10. तो 10 is never included in 0 to 10. 10 is always included in the next class interval 10 to 20. ये रूल है. समझ में आया रूल? तो यहाँ पे रूल मैं लिख देता हूँ, तुम्हें उन दिन तो भूल जाओगे. The upper limit is always included in the next class interval. The upper limit is always included in the next class interval. 10 will always be in 10 to 20. 30 will always be in 30 to 40, not 20 to 30. ठीक है, ये याद रखना है तुम्हें. ठीक है, सो लेट्स स्टार्ट द टैली मार्क्स. 0 to 10, इसमें 4, 7 और 8 आएगा. 10 आएगा? नहीं आएगा. सो 3 टैली मार्क्स and 3 over here. 10 to 20 नहीं, 10 का चेंज हो गया ना,
but 10
10 के अलावा, या ओके, सी 1 2 3 4, पहले कितना था?
4
पहले 4 था।
3
हाँ
नहीं पहले 0 to 10 में 3 थे,
हाँ, 10 to 20 में कितने थे पहले? नहीं, 11 to 20 में।
4 थे।
हाँ सही है, तो फिर यहाँ भी, यहाँ पे हमने 10 to 20 लिखा है ना इसके लिए, तो यहाँ भी 4 आएगा। 20 to 30 देख लो तुम लोग वैसे भी, 20 to 30 में 1 2 3 3, 30 to 40 में 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5 एंड 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5। ठीक है। अच्छा, और एक मज़े की बात बताता हूँ, ये जो फ्रीक्वेंसी है ना, इफ़ यू ऐड इट यू विल गेट द टोटल नंबर ऑफ ऑब्जर्वेशंस। So 3 plus 4 7 plus 3 10 plus 10 20 students. These marks belong to 20 students. At the beginning of the question I wrote that, so that is the total number of observations basically. That is the sum of frequency. Yeah, yes, that we have done it proper counting or not. Yeah, tally marks सही है या नहीं वो भी पता लग सकता है इससे। ठीक है। अच्छा, नाउ आई एम गोइंग टू जस्ट एक्सप्लोर दिस स्मॉल टॉपिक ऑफ क्लास इंटरवल। क्या होता है क्लास इंटरवल? 0 to 10, ये एग्जाम्पल है क्लास इंटरवल का। ठीक है, जिसमें 0 क्या होता है? एनीवन? लोअर लिमिट। 10 क्या होता है? अपर लिमिट। ठीक है। अच्छा, ये हो गया तुम्हारा क्लास इंटरवल। ठीक है। सेकेंड थिंग इज क्लास विड्थ या फिर क्लास साइज। सो क्लास विड्थ और क्लास साइज का फॉर्मूला है अपर लिमिट माइनस लोअर लिमिट। ठीक है। जैसे कि इसकी क्लास साइज कितनी होगी? एग्जाम्पल 0 to 10 की क्लास साइज कितनी होगी? 10। क्लास साइज इज इक्वल टू 10 minus 0 which is 10। ठीक है। क्लास इंटरवल हो गया, क्लास विड्थ हो गया। नेक्स्ट इज क्लास मार्क। क्लास मार्क क्लास मार्क इज मिड पॉइंट ऑफ अ क्लास। ठीक है। दैट इज अपर लिमिट प्लस लोअर लिमिट डिवाइड बाय 2, मिड पॉइंट ऑफ अ क्लास। So upper limit is 10, lower limit is 0 divided by 2, which is 10 by 2, which is 5. What is the class mark? 5. Okay. Class interval, class width, class mark. Anything else I'm forgetting? No, nothing. ठीक है। Now I should discuss the two types of graphs. Graphical representation, so that we can conclude this topic. Theory part, then we can do some questions. Of course. No, there are other topics as well. Pie chart is there, then there is probability. This part is small.
For some reason, they told they will be doing pie chart differently.
Yeah, it is a separate chapter in this. Okay, so now I'm going to give you some information regarding graphical representation of data. ठीक है। So suppose you remember this, what are these known as axes, right? This is the origin 0, this is the y-axis, and this is the x-axis. So always remember that your observations or class intervals will be on x-axis. x-axis पे क्या होगा? Observations या फिर class intervals. And on y-axis you will always have frequency. Now suppose you have this kind of ungrouped frequency distribution table where each observation is separate, not in a group, ungrouped. So what you do is you draw a bar graph. You don't do histogram. You draw a bar graph. In bar graph, each tower will be at a distance from the other one. So suppose we have got 6 towers over here of different sizes. ठीक है? Suppose the first tower is of number 4, shoe size 4. ठीक है, यहाँ पे मैं लिखता हूँ 4, ये नंबर नहीं है, ये शू साइज है. ठीक है, शू साइज 4. ठीक है, and on y-axis the frequency, that is the number of students, I'm going to write 1. Sorry, 1 I'm going to write here. Right now, no. You just have to see this. Right now, no need to draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 are the maximum number of students for one particular size. Yeah. So on y-axis you will write the number of students, frequency. So कितने बच्चे हैं 4 shoe size वाले? 2 बच्चे हैं. So what I'm going to do is, here I'm going to, you see in your graph there are such blocks, small blocks. So leave one block. From the second block till the end of second block you will make one tower like this, whose height will be 2 units.
I actually have a graph book.
Very nice. You can do it in graph book. So you have to do it in graph book, the questions, the exercise which I'll give you. But this is just for the idea of understanding. ठीक है? Shoe number 5 also 2, shoe number 6 also 2. So let me just make 3 more graphs such as these. But shoe size 7 will be 5. So directly from here I'll have a bigger tower. And shoe size 8 and 9 will be 1 and 1. Very accurate. Once you draw it on the graph paper, it will automatically come as accurate, unlike me, who is doing everything on freehand. ठीक है? Still it is a piece of art, masterpiece. Yeah. Shoe size 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So you can represent this information graphically. Looks like this: raw data, arrayed data, tabulated data, graphical data. And that is the chapter all about.
And when we go to minus x-axis and minus y,
You will not in this data handling, because shoe sizes or number of students, none can be negative, right? So in this chapter there is no need, but in coordinate geometry we will explore that as well.
I want to learn about x, y, and z.
9th class. Z 11th class. ठीक है? So that is the raw data, arrayed data, tabulated data, and graphical representation of data in the first case, that is the raw data. That is the small range data. Now when the range is large, I told you what you have to do: first raw data, then arrayed data, then continuous type group frequency distribution table, not discontinuous type. Continuous type has another name which is known as exclusive. Exclusive. You know why exclusive? Because 10 is excluded from the first class interval. It is included in the next class interval. Something is excluded. That's why it is exclusive. Exclusive type of class group frequency distribution table. मैंने ये बताया तुम्हें कैसे बनाना है. Now I'm going to show you how you will draw a histogram.
On one,
Histogram.
there should be some feature to complete that also.
What?
Like if there's to make and right angle, there should be.
Oh yeah, okay, like that. Yeah, there are features. Let me first, I'll show you. I'll show you. No. There is one thing. I'll show you. Let me first write the numbers. So class intervals are 0 to 10, 10 to 20, and the frequency is just up to 5. ठीक है. So this is your x-axis where I will have class intervals, and here I will have frequency. You should write like this, okay? And also you should write the scale on x-axis. 1 centimeter is equal to 10 marks. 10 marks na, 0 to 10, 10 to 20. And on y-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 1 student, because there are just 20 students. Sorry?
One student is worth 1 centimeter and your 10 marks are up to 1 centimeter.
Yeah, because that's graph. Everything is in terms of centimeters here. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it over here. And here you get 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, and 40 to. Okay. Now, tell me, you have the graph ready with you? 0 to 10. What is the height of 0 to 10? 3. See what I'm asking. 0 to 10. This is the class interval. What is the frequency? Frequency becomes the height of the tower. Yeah, so that's what we did in the previous one also, na? See, the height of the tower is the frequency, number of students. The same thing, but only thing, the graph here will be joined. Okay, so the first graph,
3 and the second will be.
first 3, na?
Yes. Oh my god.
Technology. Cool. And the second will be
4.
3, 4, 3, 5, 5. 4, right? Fair, na? 3, 4, thoda idhar se andar le. 3, 4, 3, 5, 5, right? Okay, I'm going to act a little smart over here. Control C, Control V, Shift T, adjust it a little bit. Every bar should have same width. मेरा width थोड़ा गड़बड़ हो गया.
No, in bar graph you can even see how long is 1 centimeter.
Yeah, so here I don't have the graph, so that's why. Anyways, I have a graph paper, but I'm not using it. I'm just lazy. Anyways, yeah. So yeah, next will be 5, 5. Okay, cool. Yeah, Control C, technology. Where is the technology? What is happening? Where is my Control C? 5, right? bar graph is ready. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So yeah, that's how you draw a bar graph with no gaps in between, unlike hey, sorry, histogram. Histogram. मैं तो लिख देता हूँ. I'll be confused. हाँ ठीक है यार, मैं ऐसे ही रखना चाहता हूँ. आई डोंट वांट टू बिकम लाइक, मेरा कोई ऐसा एम नहीं है कि मैं कोई ऐसा परफेक्ट प्रोफेसर बनूं जो मतलब परफेक्ट इंफॉर्मेशन दे रहा है. मेरी भी गलतियां होगी. यू टू एक्सेप्ट मी लाइक दैट. एटलीस्ट यू गाइज आर हैविंग फन. एटलीस्ट दैट इज द मिनिमम. दैट्स व्हाट आई वांट students to have fun, and you're learning also. It's not that you're not learning anything. So if that is happening, my all boxes are ticked. So this is histogram and this is bar graph. ठीक है. So मैंने तुम्हें सारी प्रिलिमिनरी इंफॉर्मेशन बिना एक भी क्वेश्चन किए सब कुछ समझा दिया मैंने.
सर कितना कोडिंग टाइप लग रहा है ना, ऐसे ज़ूम आउट कर एकदम ऐसे जैसे किसी ने कोडिंग डाल दिया.
That's masterpiece by the greatest artist. Thank you. Thank you. Oh yeah. Yes. Yes. Yes, I am coming. I am in the class here. ठीक है, आ रहा हूँ. Yeah. Yours truly. The art by yours truly. ठीक है. अब राशि सोच रही है अब क्या करेंगे. अब क्या करेंगे. अब तो खत्म हो गया सब कुछ. नहीं, अभी क्या है कि जैसे इसमें देखो कुछ क्वेश्चंस दिए हैं कि मार्क्स आउट ऑफ 100 दिए हैं. इसको पहले असेंडिंग ऑर्डर में अरेंज करो, लोवेस्ट मार्क्स निकालो, हाईएस्ट मार्क्स निकालो और रेंज निकालो. इज इट अ बिग डील. उसके बाद नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है अरेंज द डेटा इन असेंडिंग ऑर्डर, टॉलेस्ट बॉय शॉर्टेस्ट बॉय का हाइट एंड रेंज ऑफ द डेटा. फिर सपोज ये एक 20 फैमिलीज का सर्वे किया है. नंबर ऑफ चिल्ड्रन इन ईच फैमिली, 2 बच्चा 3 बच्चा जो भी है, 1 बच्चा. स्टेट द फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑफ ईच ऑब्जर्वेशन. तो तुम उसको क्या करोगे. यू विल अरेंज इट इन अ टेबल. व्हाट अबाउट द रेंज. इज द रेंज लार्ज और स्मॉल इन दिस. छोटी रेंज है, बड़ी रेंज है. Because 3 minus 1 is nothing. So will you make groups or not? No groups. सीधा 1 2 3 tally marks. टेबल बन जाएगा, फ्रीक्वेंसी बता दोगे तुम. ठीक है, ये लोग ने बिना ही टेबल के कर दिया है. लेकिन अगर तुम टेबल बनाओगे तो ज्यादा अच्छे से समझ में आएगा.
कितना क्लीन लग रहा है ऊपर का, इतना इंफॉर्मेशन की है. कोई पढ़ने बैठे उससे पहले ही बंद कर.
एग्जैक्टली. सो एक्सरसाइज 21A तो तुम कर ही सकते हो. होमवर्क में ग्रुपिंग ऑफ डेटा. डिड आई एक्सप्लेन ग्रुपिंग. यस आई डिड. ठीक है. सो कैसे उसके ग्रुप्स बनाने हैं, टैली मार्क्स, फ्रीक्वेंसी, एक्सप्लेन्ड एवरीथिंग, उस टाइप के क्वेश्चन है. डिड आई एक्सप्लेन अबाउट क्लास मार्क. यस आई डिड. लोअर लिमिट प्लस अपर लिमिट डिवाइड बाय 2, मिड पॉइंट ऑफ अ क्लास. यस एग्जैक्टली. ठीक है, तो वही चीज की है यहाँ पे. एक्सरसाइज, होमवर्क. ठीक है. यस, इतना होमवर्क. एंड देन हिस्टोग्राम. डिड आई एक्सप्लेन. यस. होमवर्क. 1 सेकेंड. यहाँ पे सारे जस्ट ग्रुप्स देख लो. आर दे कंटिन्यूस. एक्सक्लूसिव टाइप. यस दे आर. सो हाउ टू ड्रॉ द बार ग्राफ वी नो ऑलरेडी. होमवर्क. ठीक है. ओके, यहाँ पे डू यू सी दैट द फर्स्ट क्लास इंटरवल, I'm sorry, I just crossed it somehow. कहाँ चला गया. Yeah, this one. Do you see that the first class interval is 300 to 310? So what is the width of the class? 10. So you will write 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30.
Start from 300 to 310.
But for that, you will have to use a very useful tool which is known as, drum roll please, Kink.
Oh,
You know
I
this
heard
thing?
this. It's like
K-I-N-K. Yeah, it's for skipping.
Then you
Because
have to
see,
write the
this is
values.
0, right? Yeah,
You
this
have to
is
write
this is 0, and next number you have to write directly 300, and the gap is just 10. So you can write a kink, leave some gap, and write 300 to 310, 320, 330. So kink is useful in this case. Kink, इसको बोलते हैं kink. ओके, सो ये हो गया तुम्हारा किंक वाला क्वेश्चन.
Kink is in science also. The thing in thermometer.
या like a kink. Then you have to read the, like, figure out the information from the histogram and answer the questions. ऐसे भी कुछ questions है. And you have your third final exercise as homework. Everything is homework. Every
So we have time
single
next month.
thing. And then I've given the answers also. So the first part of the chapter, data handling, is abolished,
So we have time till the
decimated. Huh?
We have time till next month.
Next month? No, baby, no. Tuesday. Tuesday, yes.
Sir, that's the
Tuesday.
plan.
Tuesday. Huh? Where you do travel? You do whatever you want to do. You have to do it. There is no excuse. You have to do it. Yes, you must, you can, you should, you will. Okay, guys. So like, subscribe, comment, and इस पे हजारों करोड़ों व्यू दे दीजिए. स्टैटिस्टिक्स इतना इम्पोर्टेंट है हमारे लिए. 100 व्यू आ जाए तो भी मतलब हाथ जोड़ दूंगा मैं. हेलो, अभी तक गए अपलोड नहीं किया मैंने. तुम क्या है यार ये. चलो मेरे को जाने का है अभी. चलो बाय, सी यू लेटर, टेक केयर.